Good morning. Here's my breakfast this morning. I'm having a 3-point smoothie, which has just a handful of strawberries in it and a bunch of greens. So that's all the fruit that I really put into my smoothie most of the time. And then I'm having kind of a quick stir fry, which I used a few spritzes of this garlic oil, and it's coming up as 0 points for a few of these sprays, which is very interesting. So I'm using some of these collard greens that I keep on my counter here, and some onions, purple onions, and just like 3/4 cups of pinto beans. So this is coming up as 0 points, 3 points, and then half a banana probably. So 3 points for my breakfast. And I think I'm just trying to see how much nutrition and how many fruits and veggies I can get in. And if I am still hungry, I want to go for fruits and veggies. I really am trying to not go for something that's not fruits and veggies, because I'm thinking if the more nutrition that I get in, I think that's actually what satiates and quiets the hunger signals that I'm getting, and then I don't go for the other stuff. Hey everybody, okay, so this is my lunch. I have a salad in here, and I have cilantro, black beans, tomatoes, carrots, and what I did was I have about 3.5 ounces of the chicken breast that I just bought it's organic, and I cooked it. I actually poached it because I didn't want any oil. I didn't want to have to count any oil, so I poached it with some chicken bone broth that was sodium free, and I poached it with the Trader Joe's peppers mix and some onions and some spices, cumin, some garlic, and of course my smoked paprika in there. And so this salad is actually 0 points, but I'm going to put 2 points of this Bolthouse Farms Classic Ranch on it, and that's how I'm going to eat it for lunch. So today I will have had 4 points total. So I've got all the persimmons home from my parents' house, and I actually have another crate in the garage, and so I've got to clean these up. I'm going to be giving some to a lot of friends, but these ones that are like mushy, I'm actually going to clean those out and then just freeze as much of the puree as possible. Here's my dinner. I have a 1/2 cup of cooked brown rice, and then I don't remember how many points those are. I'll put them up on the screen. And then I've got about a 1/2 cup of black beans, and then I also have some kimchi here on top. Kimchi is 0 points, so that's always great, and it's got great flavor, good for your gut. And then I've got like a cup of steamed broccoli with leeks, and that's gonna be my dinner. I'll put the points up on the screen. And I added a little bit of the liquid aminos for some extra flavor. This is my breakfast this morning. I'm having a 1/2 cup of dry cooked oatmeal, and then I have a tablespoon of roasted sunflower kernels, 1 teaspoon of flaxseed meal, 1 whole banana, 1 whole apple, which I cooked into it, and then a cup of the flax milk unsweetened. And then I also have vanilla powder and cinnamon, and this is all a wonderful bowl of 8 points. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday. Let's see if I can get this date right. January 10th, 2018. I'm on board with the new year. Isn't that awesome? All right, so I'm on a little bit of a break. The kids are outside doing their recess for a few minutes. And I'm actually going to pop on the treadmill for a few minutes out there while they're still there. And then we're all going to come in and do language arts and reading. And we have some other things to do today. But I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I've been doing lately. I'm really trying to concentrate. I mean, even though, last night I had like 2 little cookies left over from Christmas. I'm going to be doing things like that sometimes, but what I really want to do is concentrate on whole natural foods and try to stay away from processed stuff as much as possible. And the reason why is because, I just feel like I've given my body a tall order, right? I said, I want to lose a certain amount of weight by a certain amount of time, which I know I really can't put a time limit on my body. I mean, I want it to, what I want really is to have my body feel healthy enough and strong enough to repair everything it needs to repair, get my endocrine system up to where it needs to be so that it can manage my weight and take me to an ideal weight at the right and natural time that it should be there. And I know I really can't put a due date on that because my body's going to do what it needs to do if I'm giving my body what I need to give it. So I really want to stay away from the processed stuff because I mean, it's kind of like, like a boss who gave his or her employee a desk full of paperwork to get done and different tasks, but never gives that employee the time or the resources to actually complete the task, and yet there's a due date for that. That's very unfair. Wildly unfair, and yet I know that sometimes I could do that. I've done that to my body. So what I want to do is be fair. I want to give my body all it needs, all the nourishment it needs, all the rest, all the water, all the de-stress, all the help it needs and requires to get the task done that I've given to it. And just be real encouraging to it. Be my best friend, and not give it the stuff that's going to slow it down. You know what I mean? So hang on. Okay. And then another thing is, I want to talk to you about is, getting on the scale. I mean, I know that, I do Weight Watchers online, and I found a wonderful community out in this YouTube community in Weight Watchers, and they're just lovely and beautiful people, just really wonderful source of community out here. But I'd like to go to meetings for that reason because I do like community. I like making new friends. But as far as like having to do the scale every week, I'm not so sure that I'm really compatible with that. I know it's the whole premise of Weight Watchers is weight watching, right? So of course you got to get on a scale. But I think that, it is very upsetting sometimes, and I don't want to become preoccupied with that. I mean, my weight, many people can go anywhere from 1 to 8 pounds of water or some other, thing going on. Maybe their muscles are, holding more water. I mean, you just never know. Maybe there's more glycogen in the muscles. Who knows? You know what I mean? And I don't want to be preoccupied with that. And 1 week to get over a number that is like going up is, in my opinion, not long enough because just when you start feeling better about yourself, boom, you got to get back on the scale again. So I just don't know if I would be able to do that portion of it. I will weigh on this Friday. At that point, I will not have weighed for 2 weeks. And I feel completely fine with that. And to me, that feels healthy for me, to me. And if other people are fine with doing it every week, that's awesome. But I just don't think that I'm there, So I want to be able to concentrate on, my emphasis is on giving my body what it needs and letting it do its job, because it might take months before it moves out of a plateau. It might take weeks or whatever it needs, and I want to continue to be kind to my body during that time and not be preoccupied with that and adding it more stress. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll get over this, but it's just one thing that I think about sometimes. So I don't know if anybody else thinks about that stuff. Thought I would share it. So anyway, I'm going to put this video up. I just wanted you to see what I was doing. And I'm drinking a lot of water. So I drink 1 liter in the morning, 2 liters throughout the day, and then whatever other drinks on top of that, I add that in. And so the bathroom isn't crazy. I was kind of like afraid if I upped my water that I'd just be like doing all my work in the bathroom, and you know, I'm doing okay. And beans are doing great. I'm very surprised at the functioning of my digestive system with beans. They are definitely, my body is definitely making the change and accepting beans a lot better than it has in the past. So anyway, I am actually going to be soaking a big pot of beans today, and then I'll cook them tonight. And I think I don't know if somebody's happy out there or if somebody's crying. So I better go. I love you guys a lot. Thanks for listening in on my mind and what goes on with all those little cogs in there. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.